Welcome back to Z Coins. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of coins, and we are talking about a very special one. The 1979 $1 coin. You may have seen one. You may even have one sitting in a drawer. But what you might not know is that some of these coins can be worth serious money. In fact, one rare version of the $1,979 coin is reported to be worth as much as $1.12 million. That is not a mistake. Over $1 million for a coin that many people once overlooked. So stay tuned as we uncover the history, key facts, errors to look out for, and current market values of this unique American coin. Let us start with the history. The 1979 $1 coin was the first coin in United States history to feature a real woman on its face. That woman is Susan B. Anthony, a famous leader in the women's suffrage movement. The coin was meant to replace the bulky Eisenhower dollar, but it did not catch on as expected. Its small size was similar to a quarter, which led to confusion, and the public quickly lost interest. Despite this, the coin remained in production from 1979 to 1981, and again briefly in 1999. The initial release in 1979 marked a new chapter in American currency and a bold step toward modernizing the dollar coin. Now let us talk about why some of these coins are so valuable. Most $1,979 coins are only worth face value or a little more, maybe $1 to $5 depending on condition. However, certain versions of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar contain minting errors or rare varieties that can command huge prices from collectors. One of the most famous versions is the 1979 P wide rim or near date variety. This refers to coins minted in Philadelphia where the date appears closer to the edge of the coin than usual. These are much rarer than the more common narrow rim version and can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the condition. Now here is where things get exciting. There are extremely rare prototypes and error coins from 1979 that never entered general circulation. These coins may have been test strikes, presentation pieces, or experimental versions. If authenticated, these rare specimens have fetched extraordinary prices at auction. The record-breaking example is believed to have been a prototype coin or extremely rare strike that sold privately for an astonishing $1.12 million. This is the kind of discovery that changes lives and turns everyday collectors into millionaires overnight. So how can you tell if you have a valuable $1,979 coin? First, check the mint mark. Coins from Philadelphia are marked with a small letter P, those from Denver show a D, and those from San Francisco carry an S. Look closely at the date area with a magnifying glass to see if the rim appears wide or narrow. A wide rim means the date is very close to the edge and is much more valuable. Next, examine the condition. Coins that have never been circulated or show no signs of wear are called uncirculated or mint state coins. These are far more desirable to collectors and can dramatically increase the value. Additionally, proof coins from the San Francisco Mint were specially made for collectors and have a mirror-like surface. These coins are generally not worth $1 million, but if they are part of a rare error batch, they can still fetch thousands. If you think you may have a rare coin, the best thing you can do is get it graded and authenticated by a professional coin grading service. This will determine its true condition and give you an accurate value on the collector market. Now let us talk numbers. As of this year, most circulated 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars are worth between $1 and $5. Mint state examples can bring in $20 to $100 depending on the grade. Proof coins can range from $5 to over $100 as well. The 1979 P wide rim variety can fetch $200 to $1,500 depending on grade. And the rarest known examples such as error coins and prototype strikes can reach values of tens of thousands and in extremely rare cases over $1 million. If you are interested in collecting or investing in coins, the Susan B. Anthony dollar is a great place to start. It is an affordable entry point for beginners but still holds the potential for incredible discoveries. Check your change. Ask your relatives if they have any old coins lying around. Visit local coin shops or online auctions. You never know what hidden gem might be waiting for you. So to wrap things up, the 1979 $1 coin is more than just a piece of metal. It is a slice of history. It is a tribute to an American hero. And in some cases, it is a valuable treasure worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, this is one coin you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Thanks so much. We are diving into one of the most intriguing coins in American history, the 1981 coin. Is it really worth $1.9 million? Is it true or just a myth? Keep watching as we uncover the truth behind this iconic piece of U.S. currency, its history, design errors, and current market value. And yes, we are going to separate fact from fiction. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you love videos about rare coins and collectible treasures. History of the 1980 $1 coin. Let us take a journey back to the year 1980, a time of economic change, disco music, and the height of the Cold War. But for coin collectors, something else happened in 1980. The United States Mint continued its production of the Susan B. Anthony $1 coin. First introduced in 1979, the Susan B. Anthony dollar was the first U.S. coin to depict a real historical woman. Susan B. Anthony, a leader of the women's suffrage movement, her portrait replaced the more traditional images of Lady Liberty found on earlier coinage. Although the coin was introduced in 1979, the 1980 issue is still considered part of the first full production run. The coin was made at three major mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Design and features. The obverse of the coin shows a right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony with the word Liberty above her head and the date below. 13 stars surround her, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. The reverse features an image of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, which includes an eagle landing on the moon with an olive branch in its talons. This design was originally used on the Eisenhower dollar and was carried over to honor American achievements in space exploration. The edge of the coin is reeded, meaning it has small grooves which help prevent coin clipping, a problem with older coins, circulation, and public reaction. Despite the historic nature of the coin, the public reception was less than enthusiastic. The coin was nearly the same size as a quarter and easily confused with it. This led to widespread frustration, and the coin saw limited circulation outside of vending machines, post offices, and transportation systems. As a result, production numbers decreased after 1980, and by 1981, the coin was only minted for collectors. Later, the series would be discontinued and not revived until the Sacagawea dollar in 2000. Rare varieties and errors. Now let us get to the good part. Could your 1980 Susan B. Anthony dollar be worth a fortune? Most coins from this year are common, but there are always exceptions. Some of the most valuable coins are those with mint errors. For example, a double die obverse where the lettering or date appears doubled can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity of the error. There are also off-center strikes, planchet errors, and even transitional errors, though these are extremely rare. Coins with perfect grading, especially those graded MS67 or higher by agencies like PCGS or NGC, can also carry a premium due to their condition. These coins are often found in mint sets and must be in pristine condition with no visible wear marks or scratches. The claim of $1.9 million value. So where does the $1.9 million price tag come from? Recently, stories have circulated online about a 1981 coin selling for this unbelievable amount, but is there truth to it? Let us be honest, here is the deal. There has never been a confirmed auction where a 1980 Susan B. Anthony coin sold for $1.9 million. The most valuable examples of this coin typically sell for a few $1,000s if they are in perfect condition or have extremely rare errors. However, it is possible that coins are listed for outrageous prices online by private sellers hoping for a lucky buyer. That does not mean they actually sell for that price. So, while the $1.9 million claim makes for a great headline, it should be taken with a grain of salt. Actual market value today: if you have a regular 1980 Susan B. Anthony dollar in circulated condition, its value is typically around $1. Yes, just face value. However, if you have a coin that is uncirculated or has a rare error, it could be worth anywhere from $5 to several $100s. Coins graded MS66 to MS67 can sell for a few $100s depending on demand. Coins with unique mint errors can sell for over $1,000, but those are incredibly rare and must be authenticated by a trusted grading service. How to check your coin? To find out if your coin is valuable, start by checking the mint mark located just above the shoulder of Susan B. Anthony. A small PD or S tells you which mint struck the coin. Next, look for any errors such as doubling, die cracks, missing letters, or anything unusual. Then check the condition. If your coin is shiny, clean, and free of scratches, you may have something special. Finally, consult with a professional grading company or a reputable coin dealer. They can give you an accurate appraisal. Conclusion and final thoughts. So is your 1981 coin worth $1.9 million? Probably not, but that does not mean it is worthless. With the right condition or error, your coin could still bring in some serious cash, and more importantly, it is a piece of American history that tells the story of social change, space exploration, and the challenges of currency design. Thanks for watching, and if you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your fellow coin collectors. Leave a comment below if you own one of these coins and tell us about it. We would love to hear your story. We are diving deep into the fascinating story behind the 1999 $1 coin. This is not just any coin. This is a piece of American history that has shocked collectors and investors around the world with its incredible value. Believe it or not, some rare versions of this coin have been valued at up to $1.11 million in the current market. That's right, $1.11 million for a single dollar coin. So how did a coin worth only $1 end up being worth a small fortune? Buckle up and stay with me through this journey as we explore the history, the reasons for its rarity, and what makes the 1999 $1 coin such a hot commodity today. Let us go back in time to the year 1999. This was a pivotal year for United States currency, especially for dollar coins. Up until then, the most familiar dollar coin was the Susan B. Anthony dollar, which was first introduced in 1979. But by the late 90s, the United States Mint had decided it was time for a change. They needed a dollar coin that was more distinguishable from quarters and more appealing to the public. This led to the creation of the Sacagawea dollar coin, which would officially launch in the year 2000. But before that launch, there was a transitional period during which some coins were struck in preparation. Some of these transitional coins were minted in 1999, making them incredibly rare. Yes, that's right. Some Sacagawea dollars were actually struck in 1999 before the official release date, and those coins are now considered the holy grail of modern coin collecting. Now you might be wondering how many of these 1999 dated coins actually exist. Well, according to experts, only a small handful are known to have survived. These coins were not meant for public release. Most were test strikes and presentation pieces. A few, however, escaped into the wild. When collectors discovered their existence, it set off a frenzy of interest. Because they were never meant for circulation, their existence was essentially an accident. And as any serious collector knows, minting errors and rare pre-production coins can command astronomical prices in the market. It is estimated that fewer than 20 examples of the 1999 Sacagawea dollar are known to exist today. Each one is worth a small fortune. One particular $1,999 coin gained massive attention when it sold at auction for $1.11 million. This record-breaking sale stunned the coin collecting world and brought major attention to modern coin errors and rare variants. So what made this coin so special? First, it was one of the earliest strikes from the Sacagawea dollar production. Second, it was struck using a special planchet with a higher-grade alloy intended for collectors and presentation purposes. Third, the coin was graded as Mint State 68 by one of the top grading companies. That is an incredibly high grade, meaning the coin was nearly perfect with virtually no flaws visible to the naked eye. That kind of quality, coupled with the rarity and the historical significance of the piece, is what pushed the price so high. Now let's talk about how you can tell if you have one of these coins. First, check the date. If your coin says 1999 and features Sacagawea holding her infant son Jean-Baptiste, then you may be holding something truly special. But be careful. There are many 2000 dated Sacagawea coins out there, and they are very common. It's only the ones with a clear 1999 date that are truly rare. Also keep in mind that coin condition plays a huge role in value. A coin that has been circulated and worn down will be worth significantly less than one in pristine condition. You should also look at the edge of the coin. Some of the rare coins have a plain edge while others have a detailed edge with lettering. The combination of the date, edge detail, and condition will determine the value. If you think you may have a 1999 $1 coin, then the best thing to do is get it appraised by a professional grading service. Companies like PCGS and NGC are well known in the numismatic world and can authenticate your coin as genuine. They will assign a grade based on its condition and issue an official certificate. This is crucial if you want to sell the coin or insure it for its full value. Remember, there are fakes and counterfeits out there, so always deal with reputable dealers and appraisers. As for the market today, the interest in rare dollar coins is hotter than ever. With inflation, economic uncertainty, and rising demand for alternative assets, people are turning to collectibles like coins as a way to preserve and grow wealth. Rare coins like the 1999 Sacagawea dollar are not just valuable for their metal content, but also for their historical importance and rarity. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are nearly impossible to find. In fact, since the $1.11 million sale, experts say prices have only continued to rise. Some predict that future sales could break even higher records, so what can we learn from this amazing story? First, never underestimate the value of loose change. That old coin you find in a drawer could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Second, always pay attention to dates, errors, and unique markings on coins. And third, if you are serious about coin collecting or investing in rare currency, it pays to do your homework and get expert help. The 1999 $1 coin is proof that even modern coins can have incredible value. In conclusion, the 1999 $1 coin is not just a piece of pocket change. It is a rare artifact with a story worth telling. From its accidental minting to its million-dollar price tag, this coin has earned its place in American numismatic history. Whether you are a collector, a historian, or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, this story is a powerful reminder that hidden gems are out there waiting to be discovered. We are diving deep into the legendary and mysterious world of one of the most talked about coins among collectors and historians alike, the 1621 $1 coin. This is a story of rarity, wealth, and pure numismatic wonder. So get ready to uncover how a small piece of metal could be worth as much as $1.8 million in today's market. Let's get started. First of all, let's take a moment to think about the year 1621. This was a time when America, as we know it today, was still in its earliest stages of colonization. The Pilgrims had just settled in Plymouth the year before. The Mayflower Compact was fresh in people's minds, and the land was still untamed. So why do we even associate the term $1 with a coin from that era? You see, the term dollar actually comes from the old European currency system. It was derived from the word thaler, which was a large silver coin first minted in 16th century Bohemia. The term became widely used in trade and eventually influenced the creation of currencies in other regions, including the Spanish dollar, and eventually the US dollar. While the United States Mint officially began producing coins in the late 1700s, many collectors have come across rare tokens, metals, and unofficial coinage dating back to the colonial period and earlier. These pieces sometimes carry fantasy dates like 1621. Though they were not minted by the US government, they hold massive historical and collectible value. One such example is the mysterious 1621 $1 coin. Its origins are debated. Some believe it was a commemorative piece struck much later by private mints to honor early settlers. Others claim it's a pattern coin, a type of test strike possibly ordered by European traders interacting with the New World. And while there's no official mint record from 1621 verifying the coin as federal currency, that has not stopped collectors from valuing it in the millions. So what makes this coin so incredibly valuable? First, rarity. There are only a few examples known to exist. This kind of scarcity drives prices through the roof, especially when collectors believe a coin is unique or nearly impossible to find again. Second, historical significance. Even though the coin may not have been legal tender, its date ties it to a pivotal era in early American settlement. For collectors and historians, that kind of connection to the past is priceless. Third, condition. One of the surviving coins is said to be in exceptional condition with minimal wear, sharp details, and preserved luster. Coin grading experts have assigned it top-tier marks, making it even more desirable. And finally, provenance. The coin has passed through several famous collections, each time adding to its lore. It's been showcased in museums, private vaults, and even international exhibitions. The more well-traveled and documented a coin is, the higher its market potential. Now let's talk numbers. The current estimated market value of the 1621 $1 coin has soared in recent years. At one point, it was appraised at just under $1 million. But with the latest private auction rumors and increasing demand from overseas investors, the value has reportedly crossed the $1.8 million mark. Imagine that. A single coin worth more than many homes, sports cars, or even a college education. And to think it may have started as a symbolic piece created to honor settlers or trade routes, or even as a show of craftsmanship. So what should you do if you think you've come across a coin dated 1621? First, do not assume it's fake just because of the date. Second, contact a reputable coin appraiser or auction house. Third, check for signs of authenticity, including metal composition, weight, diameter, and historical records. And finally, always store rare coins in protective cases and avoid touching them with bare hands. The oils on your skin can cause long-term damage to delicate surfaces. To wrap it up, the 1621 $1 coin may not be part of any official mint run, but it holds a legendary status among rare collectibles. Its combination of age, mystery, condition, and symbolic history has earned it a price tag most people can only dream of. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves fascinating stories from the past, this coin is a reminder that history is all around us, and sometimes it's worth a whole lot more than we think. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins with a focus on one particular era that's captured the attention of collectors and historians alike. We're talking about the 1861 to 1865 $1 coins. Yes, the Civil War era silver dollars that are now some of the most valuable coins in American numismatic history. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why one of these coins is worth up to $1.7 million on today's market. We'll cover its origin, its journey through one of the most divided periods in United States history, and what makes it so incredibly rare and valuable. First, let's set the stage. The years 1861 to 1865 were the years of the American Civil War, a time of deep national division, economic instability, and rapid change. While the Union and the Confederacy were locked in bloody battlefields, the U.S. Mint continued to operate, albeit under extreme pressure. In Philadelphia, San Francisco, and New Orleans, mints were producing coins, including the famed $1 silver coins. Now, what makes the $1 coin from this era so special? A few key factors. First is the design. Most of these coins featured the seated Liberty design on the obverse, showing Lady Liberty sitting gracefully with a shield in one hand and a pole with a cap in the other. On the reverse side, you'd find an eagle with wings spread wide, a classic American symbol of strength and freedom. But the details of each year and each mint location add layers of rarity. In 1861, for example, New Orleans had just fallen under Confederate control. The New Orleans Mint continued producing coins under both the Union and Confederate authorities. That means some 1861 silver dollars were struck by the Confederate States of America. These are among the rarest and most sought-after coins in American history. Here's where the big money comes in. A genuine 1861 $1 coin verified to have been struck under Confederate authority can fetch astronomical prices. One example sold for more than $1.7 million at auction. And yes, that was a single coin. Now let's move into the other years: 1862, 1863, 1864, and 1865. During these years, silver was in short supply. As a result, coin production was significantly reduced, especially in silver denominations like the $1. Many coins from these years were either melted down or lost. So surviving specimens, especially in high-grade condition, are exceptionally rare. Collectors today are constantly on the lookout for these Civil War-era coins. The condition of the coin, the mint mark, and whether it has any known historical ties all affect its value. A circulated 1863 $1 coin might fetch a few $1,000s depending on where, but an uncirculated 1864 silver dollar from the San Francisco Mint, in pristine condition, could easily cross six figures at auction. Now imagine this. You come across an 1861 silver dollar in your grandparents' old coin collection. It looks aged but intact. You bring it to a professional grader and guess what? They confirm it as one of the Confederate-issued varieties. That's not just a lucky find. That's potentially life-changing money. But here's the kicker. There are still coins out there, sitting in old collections, drawers, and attics, completely forgotten. People don't realize what they're holding. That's why coin hunting has become a serious business. And when the stakes are this high, up to $1.7 million, it's easy to see why. So how do you know if you might have one of these valuable coins? Start by checking the date and the mint mark. For 1861, look for the O mark that indicates New Orleans. For the other years, focus on overall condition, luster, and if you're unsure, get it graded by a professional. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC can verify authenticity and assign a quality grade, which heavily influences market value. And here's another tip. Beware of fakes. Because these coins are so valuable, the market is unfortunately full of counterfeits. Weight, size, and metallurgical analysis are all part of verifying a coin's authenticity. This is another reason to always deal with reputable dealers or auction houses when buying or selling rare coins. The world of coin collecting is full of stories of history, of treasure, and sometimes of incredible luck. The 1861 to 1865 $1 silver coin is one of those legends. It's not just about silver content. It's about the Civil War, about economic uncertainty, about artistry, and yes, about incredible value. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. Between 1861 and 1865, the U.S. Mint produced silver dollar coins that have become incredibly rare and valuable today. Coins from 1861, especially those with Confederate connections, are among the most expensive, with prices reaching up to $1.7 million at auction. Coins from other years like 1863 and 1864 are also extremely rare in mint condition. The key to identifying a valuable coin lies in its mint mark, historical context, and grade. So there you have it. A piece of American history that could also be $1 million treasure. If you have old coins lying around, now's the time to take a second look. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. We have something absolutely mind-blowing to talk about. Imagine finding a simple golden dollar coin in your drawer or pocket change and realizing it could be worth over $1 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, let me introduce you to the fascinating story behind the 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin and how one of these coins fetched a jaw-dropping $1.7 million in the rare coin market. That is right. A single dollar coin now worth more than a luxury mansion. So stay tuned to learn everything you need to know, from the coin's origin and special features, to how you might just strike gold with a coin of your own. The origins of the Sacagawea dollar let us start at the beginning. In the year 2000, the United States Mint launched the Sacagawea dollar coin as a replacement for the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar. The new coin featured a bold golden color, although it was not made of real gold. And on the obverse side was an image of Sacagawea, the Native American woman who helped guide the Lewis and Clark expedition. The reverse side displayed a soaring eagle in flight, symbolizing freedom and the American spirit. The goal was to create a coin that would circulate widely and capture the nation's history in a beautiful way. The Denver Mint and the 2000 DMARKING now. Coins minted in different locations across the United States are identified with tiny mint marks. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, and you can spot that by looking for a small letter D near the date. Millions of these coins were made. But as it turns out, not all coins are created equal. Among those many ordinary coins, a few incredibly rare and unusual pieces slipped through the cracks, the rare error coins. When the U.S. Mint makes mistakes in the world of coin collecting, error coins are highly prized. They happen when something goes wrong during the minting process. Maybe the wrong planchet is used or designs get mixed up. And that brings us to the real star of the show. A 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin that was struck on a planchet meant for a state quarter. Yes, you heard that right. Somehow, the Denver Mint accidentally used a blank meant for a Georgia state quarter, and then stamped it with the Sacagawea dollar design. Why this makes the coin worth $1 so why would that little mistake turn a $1 coin into a millionaire's treasure? Simple rarity. Only a handful of these unique error coins are known to exist. They are called mule coins because they combine designs from two completely different coins. In this case, the obverse of a Sacagawea dollar and the reverse of a quarter. This kind of minting error is extremely rare, and collectors go wild over them. One particular 2000 Sacagawea dollar mule coin sold for a staggering $1.7 million in a private transaction. How to identify this $1 million so here is where it gets really exciting. How can you tell if you have one of these coins? First, look closely at the coin. If it has the front of a Sacagawea dollar but the back of a Georgia state quarter, you could be holding $1 million item. It will feel slightly different in weight and texture too. These coins were not intended for circulation, so finding one in pocket change is incredibly rare, but not impossible. Current market value and interest right now. The market for rare error coins is hot. Collectors, investors, and museums are constantly on the hunt for rare pieces like this. While a regular 2000 Sacagawea dollar might only be worth its face value or a couple of bucks in mint condition, this rare mule version can be worth hundreds of thousands to over $1 million, depending on its condition and authenticity. The most famous known specimen was verified by top grading agencies and sold for that jaw-dropping $1.7 million price tag. Tips for coin collectors and hobbyist. If you are just getting into coin collecting or want to check your own stash, here are a few tips. Always check both sides of any unusual coin you find. Look for design mismatches or coins that feel lighter or heavier than normal. Use a magnifying glass if needed. You can also visit coin grading services or dealers for a professional evaluation. And remember, never clean a coin, as that can damage its value. ONCLUSION. So there you have it. The amazing story of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin that sold for over $1 million. It goes to show that history, art, and a tiny bit of minting error can turn a simple coin into a priceless treasure. Make sure to check your change and collections, because who knows, maybe you're sitting on a fortune and do not even know it yet. We're diving into one of the most incredible stories in modern coin collecting history. We're talking about a coin that looks ordinary at first glance. A coin you might have held in your hand without ever realizing its secret. The 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin. But not just any version of it. We're focusing on an ultra-rare minting error that transformed this $1 coin into a collector's dream worth over $1.6 million on the current market. This is not a fantasy. This is not a myth. This is real numismatic history unfolding before your eyes. The year was 2000. The United States Mint introduced the brand new golden dollar coin featuring Sacagawea. She was the Shoshone woman who famously guided Lewis and Clark through their expedition across the American West. The goal of the Sacagawea dollar was to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar and to bring a fresh image to American currency. The obverse featured Sacagawea carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste. The reverse depicted a soaring eagle designed to symbolize peace and freedom. The coin was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and for collectors' sets, in West Point. Most of the coins were ordinary. Billions were struck. You can still find some in circulation today, but a small handful of them, just a few, were different. These rare coins bore a stunning mistake that would change their value forever. Let's talk about the 2000 mule error. In coin terminology, a mule is a coin struck with mismatched dies. That means the 2 sides of the coin were never meant to go together. Somehow, at the Philadelphia Mint, a reverse die meant for a state quarter, specifically the one featuring George Washington, was accidentally paired with the obverse of the Sacagawea dollar. The result was a hybrid coin. One side had Sacagawea's portrait. The other side had the familiar image of George Washington from the quarter. To make it even stranger, both sides were struck on a golden dollar planchet, the manganese brass composition intended for Sacagawea dollars. The rim and weight matched a dollar coin, not a quarter. This was no ordinary mistake. This was a full-blown mule, and mules are among the rarest types of mint errors in U.S. history. The first example of the 2000 mule dollar was discovered in the year 2000 by a coin collector named Frank Wallace in Arkansas. He sent the coin to the Authentication Service Annex, and it was confirmed to be genuine. More examples have surfaced since, but fewer than 20 are known to exist today. Most are in private collections. A few are held by major auction houses. One of these coins sold for a staggering amount, over $1.6 million at private auction. That's right, a $1 coin sold for more than $1.5 million. It shocked the coin collecting community. No one expected a modern US coin to achieve that kind of value so quickly. So why is this coin worth so much? First, it's an authentic mint error and an extremely rare one. Mule errors are exceedingly uncommon. When 2 mismatched dies are paired, it's usually caught almost immediately by quality control. The fact that even a few slipped into circulation is astonishing. Second, the coin is a modern error, meaning it wasn't made in the distant past. That adds to its mystique. A coin minted in the year 2000 should not be commanding prices usually reserved for ancient gold coins or ultra-rare 19th century pieces. Third, its condition matters. Many of the discovered examples are in brilliant uncirculated or mint state grades. These high grades, combined with the rarity of the error, send the value through the roof. Here's what you should look for. The obverse should be the familiar Sacagawea design. The reverse should not have the eagle. Instead, it should show George Washington and the word quarter dollar, the reverse from the state quarter series. but it's on a golden planchet with a smooth edge and the weight of a dollar coin. If you see one of these, do not spend it. Do not clean it. Do not try to sell it on your own. Get it certified immediately by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. You could be holding $1 million coin. Now, while we're on the subject, there's another rare variant of the 2000p Sacagawea dollar worth mentioning, the Cheerios dollar. These were promotional coins distributed in boxes of Cheerios cereal in early 2000. About 5,000 of these coins featured an enhanced eagle tail feather detail on the reverse that was not used in mass production. Collectors now refer to these as Cheerios dollars, and in high grades, they can sell for thousands of dollars. Not as much as the mule error, but still well worth looking for. So what's the current market value of the 2000p mule dollar coin? As of today, high-end examples in mint state are commanding between $600,000 and over $1.6 million depending on grade, provenance, and demand. Even lower-grade versions, if certified, can easily exceed $100,000 at auction. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have handled some of these sales. Private collectors and museums have shown interest. This is no longer just a collector's item. It's an investment. So there you have it. The incredible story of the 2000p Sacagawea mule dollar coin. A coin that started as a simple minting mistake and ended up being one of the most valuable modern coins in American history. Keep your eyes open. Check your change. You never know when a little golden coin might turn into a life-changing discovery. We are diving deep into the mysterious and exciting story behind the 2010D $1 coin. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but what if I told you it could be worth up to $1.5 million? Yes, you heard that right. A simple dollar coin that you might find in your change could be worth more than a house. So let us explore the history behind this coin, what makes it so special, and why collectors are going absolutely crazy for it. Let us start from the beginning. In the year 2010, the United States Mint released a new series of presidential dollar coins, and this time it featured none other than Millard Fillmore, the 13th President of the United States. These coins were struck in both Philadelphia and Denver with the D Mint mark representing the Denver Mint. They were part of an initiative to honor past presidents and to boost interest in using $1 coins instead of paper bills. The coin itself is made of a manganese brass composition, giving it that golden appearance. It features the portrait of President Fillmore on the obverse side with inscriptions of his name, the years of his presidency, and the motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse is the Statue of Liberty with the denomination and United States of America inscribed. The edge of the coin also has lettering that includes the year mint mark and the motto E Pluribus Unum. Now here is where things get interesting. Most of these coins were minted by the millions. They are generally worth only face value or maybe a few dollars in mint condition. But among those millions, there are rare errors and varieties that have caught the eyes of expert collectors. One of these rare varieties is rumored to be valued at up to $1.5 million. Let us break down why in rare cases a coin might leave the mint with a dramatic error. These could include missing edge lettering, double strikes, off-center designs, or even coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. In the case of the 2010D Fillmore dollar, there is one specific coin that reportedly has a double strike error combined with a missing edge inscription and what appears to be a partial collar strike. This makes the coin extremely rare and possibly unique. And in the world of coin collecting, unique means valuable. Very valuable experts say that when a coin like this appears, it is not just about the metal it is made of. It is about the story it tells, the rarity it represents, and the condition it is found in. One perfect storm of a coin with multiple minting errors can send shockwaves through the collecting world. Some high-end collectors are willing to pay millions for coins that meet these rare conditions and have been authenticated by reputable grading services. Speaking of grading, if you ever think you might have a valuable coin, the first thing to do is get it graded. Agencies like PCGS or NGC will assess the coin under magnification and determine its authenticity and condition. They assign it a grade on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect uncirculated coin. The coin that is reportedly worth $1.5 million is believed to have a near-perfect grade and comes with certification proving its authenticity. So what is the current market situation? Right now, coin collecting is hotter than ever. With inflation rising and people looking for alternative investments, rare coins are becoming a popular asset class. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen record sales in the past 2 years. Coins once thought to be worth only a few hundred are now fetching tens of thousands. And exceptional coins like this rare 2010 D $1 coin are gaining global attention, so how do you know if you have one? First, check the mint mark. It should have a D for Denver. Then check the edge. Are the inscriptions there or are they missing? Is there any doubling in the design? Does the coin feel off in weight or shape? All of these could be clues. And remember, even if it is not the $1 million variety, some 2010 D dollar coins in mint state or proof-like condition are selling for anywhere between $50 to $200 depending on quality. Let us not forget, coins are history in your hand. The Fillmore dollar may not be the most talked about coin, but it has become an underground legend thanks to a few mysterious and valuable varieties. Whether you are a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, this is one coin you definitely want to keep an eye out for. To sum it up, the 2010 D Millard Fillmore $1 coin is part of a fascinating series that may hold incredible hidden value. If you happen to come across one, especially one with odd features or missing edge lettering, do not spend it. Get it checked. Who knows, you might just be holding $1 million treasure in your palm. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story about valuable coins, money mysteries, and historical treasures. Stay curious and keep collecting.